Good afternoon, everyone. It's time once again for Strat-O-Matic baseball. Today it's the New York Mets at the Pittsburgh Pirates, May 1st, 1966. It's a Sunday, the third game of a three-game series. And before I get started with the introductions, a correction to yesterday's ball game. Here it is, 7-5 Athletics over Yankees. I incorrectly charged Dooley Womack with the loss as I entered the game into the computer, and that's the beauty of entering these games manually into the Strat-O-Matic Windows game. Peterson took the loss. He's 0-2. Also, I gave the Kansas City 4 outs in the ninth. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did not affect the outcome, so what I did here was I had somebody reach on an error so that Green could bat. Gave the error to the catcher. I felt that was the best way to handle the situation to keep the stats accurate. And good afternoon, Jack Dawson, and welcome. Today we've got the right-hander Jack Fisher on the mound for the Mets, Bob Veal, the lefty, for Pittsburgh. Two very contrasting pitchers, although Fisher had a decent card. Look at that, 3.68 in real life, 33 starts, 230 innings. Veal was a 16-game winner for the Bucks with a 3.02 ERA, 37 starts in 268 innings. Let's check their replay stats. Fisher has made 3 starts, and boy, he's been hammered. He's 0-3 on the season with a 9.56 earned run average across 16 innings of work. So he's averaged just over 5 innings a start. What's his endurance? He's a 7. So yeah, he should be doing better than that. Veal has been magnificent. He's made 4 starts. He's 3-1, 2 complete games, a 1.33 ERA over 27 innings, in which he's allowed only 21 hits and struck out 20. And hey there, Kenyon, and welcome. Great to have you. So there's your starting pitchers. I'll get to the lineups here and we'll get this one underway. For the Mets, Ron Hunt will be leading off. Roy McMillan bats second. Ken Boyer in the 3 spot. Jim Hickman will be hitting cleanup today with Ron Swoboda batting 5th. Ed Kranepool 6th. Jerry Grody, the catcher, 7th. Billy Murphy in center field gets a start today. He hits 8th with Fisher batting 9th. For the Pirates, it will be Matty Alou leading off. Manny Mota in the 2 spot. Roberto Clemente in right field hits 3rd. Jim Pagliarone in the cleanup spot. Interesting lineup selection. Bill Mazeroski 5th. Jose Pagan hits 6th. Don Clendenin dropped down to the 7th spot. Not sure why, but that's what it says. Bob Bailey dropped down to the 8th spot, and Veal hitting 9th as the Pirates take the field. I'll set the Pirates for you defensively. Pagliarone will be catching Veal. The infield, Don Clendenin at first, Bill Mazeroski at second, Jose Pagan at short, Bob Bailey at third. The outfield left to right of Manny Mota, Matty Alou, and Roberto Clemente. I remember that, Kenyon. And Jack, yeah, it has been a while. It's on the back burner right now. I do plan to complete it. But the attention has been entirely on the 66 replay lately, also with all of my new league drafts. I have 2 drafts running right now. They're pick at your own time email drafts, but still, a lot of drafting, a lot of baseball this month with the drafts and everything. And hello, Jack, and welcome. It's raining in Long Island. Well, it's kind of gaffly here too, he might say. Okay, Veal's completed his warm-ups. Ron Hunt stands in from the right side. We're ready to get underway here. Veal, the sign from Pagliarone. Here's the windup and the first pitch of the ball game. That's a 2-12 left-handed. Tapper down to second base. Mazeroski. 1 down. Just getting started, folks. Pull up a chair, enjoy about an hour or so of 1966 Strat-O-Matic baseball. Here's McMillan now. I'm neglecting my stat duties, aren't I? Hunt came in leading the club in batting at .378. 3 hit by pitches. Always got to mention that when you're talking about Ron Hunt. No homers, 3 RBIs. McMillan, the shortstop, comes in at .229. 1 home run, 4 RBIs. So the home run being a week both ways. See, there isn't one there at all. Had to be that guy right there. 3-9, 1-7. So Veal ready to work. Here's the windup and the pitch to McMillan. It's a 6-4 to the right-hander. It's a grounder to shortstop X. That's going to be Pagan, a 3E64. No sure thing here as Pagan goes into the hole. Here's the roll on the play. On a 16, he's got it. Throws him out 2 away. So McMillan retired, 6-3X. And here comes Ken Boyer. Boyer comes in hitting just .213. 1 home run, leads the club in RBIs with 7. Veal with the windup now. The pitch to Boyer. A 5-8 fly ball into center. That's playable for Alou. He's right there to make the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Bob Veal. No score after half an inning. Pittsburgh coming to bat. As Jack Fisher takes his warm-ups, let's set the Mets for you defensively. Jerry Grody will catch Fisher. The infield, Ed Kranepool at first, Ron Hunt at second, Roy McMillan at short, and Ken Boyer at third, with an outfield from left to right of Ron Swoboda, Danny Murphy, and Jim Hickman. It's Billy Murphy. I knew it wasn't Danny. Not familiar with Murphy, but it's Billy Murphy, excuse me. And here's Alou to lead things off. Alou, of course, won the batting title in real life that year at .342. It's been a rough start in the replay for Matty. He comes into the game hitting just .250, 15 for 60, no homers and 5 RBIs. Fisher, the right-hander, gets the sign from Grody now. And here's the windup and the pitch to Alou. 3-5 right-handed, base hit up the middle. Matty Alou wastes no time getting on board with a leadoff single. Alou, a star stealer, 1-15. Let's check the battery now. Fisher a 0, Grody a -1, so he'd be a 14 not held. They will elect to hold him on, making him a 1-12 as Manny Mota comes to bat. Mota 333. He hasn't played much, just 4 for 12. Fisher now from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Mota, a 1-9 right-handed, single to 19, and on a 19, it's in there. A star single. Alou will hold up at second. And the first 2 Pirates reach base on singles. So first and second, nobody out. And here comes Roberto Clemente. Clemente comes into the game hitting .339, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. So Fisher in a bit of a jam here already. Pagliarone on deck. Fisher from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Roberto. 5-9 right-handed. He struck him out. Oh my, nasty pitch from Fisher. And with 1 out, Jim Pagliarone, the catcher, will be the batter. Pagliarone hitting .324 on the season so far. 1 home run, 8 RBIs. Still rather odd that he'd be hitting cleanup today, but that's what the lineup said on Baseball Reference. Fisher, the windup. The pitch to Pagliarone. That's a 6-10 right-handed. Grounder to third base X. That's going to be Boyer, a 2E26. This could be 2. Here's the roll on the play. On a 1, he's not going to get it. That's a single 1 star. The bases are loaded. Oh my. I was certain that Boyer was going to get that, but it scoots by him. Tough play for anyone. The bases loaded and 1 out. Here comes Bill Mazeroski. Mazeroski hitting .361 so far. No home runs, but 9 runs batted in. The Mets will play at double play depth with 1 out. Hope to get out of this with a ground ball. And Fisher now the full windup. The pitch to Maz, a 1-4. He pops him up left side. McMillan calling for it. And there's 2 away. So a big out there for Fisher. And here's Pagan now. 2 outs, bases loaded. Pagan hitting just 182. 1 home run, 2 RBIs. Fisher gets the side from Grody now. Here's the pitch to Pagan. On a 1-8, grounder to short. That's McMillan. He'll go the short way to Hunt. And what do you know? Fisher gets out of the jam. The Pirates leave the bases loaded in the first. 3 hits, no runs. And we are scoreless after an inning. And greetings, Franklin Long. And Jack, I did not know that. Jack Fisher gave up a famous home run in 60. Ted Williams' final home run. Oh, how cool is that? I'm sure he doesn't mind being remembered for that. Veal getting ready to go to work here in the second now. It's Jim Hickman to start things off for the Mets. Hickman comes in hitting just 185, 1 home run, 4 RBIs. Veal into the windup. Pitch to Hickman, a 6-5 to the right-hander is a grounder to shortstop X. That's Pagan again, 3E64. Pagan being tested early in the ballgame. Here's the roll on the play on a 7. He makes the play in the hole, long throw across, and Hickman is retired. 6-3X, 1 down. And here's Ron Swoboda now. Swoboda hitting 250, 6 for 24, no home runs, 1 RBI. Right-handed batter. Veal the windup. Pitch to Swoboda. 4-5 to the righty. Swung on and missed strike 3. 5 up, 5 down for Veal so far. He's come out looking very good this afternoon, and that'll bring up Ed Kranepool, left on left. Kranepool hitting just 158 on the season. 1 home run, 4 RBIs. Veal into his windup now. The pitch to Kranepool, 2-9 left-handed. That's going to be into the gap for extra bases. Double to 13 on an 8. And Kranepool's in with a 2-out double. Jerry Grody will come to bat now, the right-handed hitting catcher. He comes in at 211, no homers, 3 RBIs. Veal getting his sign now. The windup and the pitch to Grody. 3-7 left-handed. He walks him. So a 2-out walk to Grody puts runners on first and second. 2 away, and here's Billy Murphy. Let's look at Murphy a little bit. I'm not even sure he's played yet this year. He only had 135 at-bats. 230. He did hit 3 home runs. Let's check his replay stats. He has been in 3 ball games. He's 0 for 3 with a run scored. He walked once. Probably a pinch hitter up to this point would be my guess. He's a 2, but he's an E20 in center and left. Playing center field today. Veal now from the windup. The pitch to Billy Murphy. 4-10 right-handed. Fly to center field X. That will be Alou, a 2E11. Alou drifting towards the gap now. Here's the roll on the play. On a 12, it's the error rage. An 11 and a roll of an 11. And Alou can't get it. That's going to be a 2-base error. And a run will come in. Oh my, E8. Error on the Pirates. Grody goes to third. Kranepool will come around to score on the error. And the pitcher, Jack Fisher, will come to bat. Fisher, a right-handed batter, 1W. Second and third, 2 down. The pitch from Veal. 3-10 is a tapper down to third base. Bailey has it, throws him out, and that will do it. But the Mets push across a run on 1 hit and an error. And after 1.5 innings of play, they lead it 1-0. Fisher getting loose for the bottom of the second, and the Pirates will have the bottom of the order. Clendenon, Bailey, and Veal. Clendenon comes in at .345, 3 home runs and 9 RBIs. Willie Stargell not playing today. He's the leader with 6 home runs and 14 RBIs. Both numbers place him among the league leaders. Fisher gets the sign from Grody now. Here's the windup and the pitch to Clendenon. 4-8, right-handed. Grounder to shortstop. McMillan has it. Throws him out, 1 away. And that'll bring up Bob Bailey, the third baseman. Bailey leading the club in batting at .364. Actually, he's tied with Stargell. 2 home runs, and his 10 RBIs are second on the team to Stargell. And yet he's moved down to the 8th spot in the lineup. Fisher, the windup, the pitch to Bailey. That's a 4-9 right-handed. A base hit into right field for Bailey. He goes the other way and whacks it into right for a 1-out single. And here's Veal now. Veal, a switch hitter. 2W. He is a B butter. And he's gonna lay it down. That's going to be a 7 on a B. And it's a successful sacrifice bunt for Veal. That pushes Bailey to second with 2 outs. And Matty Alou will be trying to pick him up now. Alou singled his first time up. Fisher trying to get out of this inning now. Gets the sign from Grody. Here's the pitch to Matty Alou. That's a 3-7 right-handed, a single on a 1, but on 8, that liner is right into the glove of Ron Hunt, and that will retire the side. So a line drive out by Alou. No runs, a hit, 1 left. We're through 2 in Pittsburgh. It's Mets 1, Pirates nothing. Just getting started on another cool and gloomy day. 44 and overcast here in Spokane. Very windy. Top of the lineup. Due for the Mets here in the third. It'll be Ron Hunt, Mr. Hit by Pitch, to start things off. Hunt 0 for 1. Veal, the sign from Pagliarone now. Here's the pitch to Hunt. On a 2-2, a tapper down to second base. Mazeroski. That's twice. Hunt's grounded to his opposite number, and with 1 out, McMillan will be the hitter. McMillan tapped to short his first time up. Oh my, that's good stuff. Okay, here's McMillan now. Veal, the windup and the pitch. A 110 against the lefty. Fly to right field and playable. Roberto Clemente's right there to make the catch, 2 away. And here's Boyer now. Boyer flew to center his first time up. Veal gets his sign now. Here's the windup and the pitch to Boyer. 6-8 right-handed. Fly to right field. Clemente drifting towards the line and makes the catch to retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning for Veal. 1-0 Mets as we go to the bottom of the third. Pitchers duel so far. The only run was unearned. Error by Matty Alou. It'll be Mota, Clemente, and Pagliarone for the Pirates in the bottom of the third. Excuse me. Clear my throat a little bit there. That's better. Kenyon. Fisher lost 24 and 65, but his ERA was just under 4. You have to assume that Fisher wasn't getting a lot of support from the Mets. Here's Mota now. Mota singled his first time up. Fisher with the windup, and here's the pitch. That's a 5-5 right-handed high fly ball. Mota's a end power against righties. It's gone. Holy cow. Home run Manny Mota. Sorry if that was what was the word I'm looking for? Anticlimactic. I would have bet the farm Mota with W power, but no, 5-5, 211. He's got the power, and on 9, Manny Mota has just tied this game with a leadoff home run in the third. How about that? For Mota, that's got to be his first home run of the year. It is. And only his second run batted in. Of course, he hasn't played very much. As I said, he came into the game with just 12 at-bats. I think we'll see Mota a little more regularly from this point on. And here's Clemente now. Fisher struck Clemente out his first time up. Tie ball game. Fisher the windup. The pitch to Roberto. A 2-3. Tapper down to first. Cranepool has it. He'll take it to the bag. One down. And here's Pagliarone now. He singled his first time up. Fisher getting the sign from Grody. Here's the pitch. 4-9 right-handed. Base hit into right field. So Pagliarone pokes one into right, and he's 2 for 2. Very slow. They don't even need to worry about him. Fisher's not even looking over there as Mazeroski steps in. Maz 0 for 1 so far. One away, man on first from the stretch now. The pitch, a 3-7 right-handed. That's a double to 4. 17, it's going to be a 2-star single. Pagliarone will scoot around second and go into third. And the Bucks are in business here in the bottom of the third. Runners at the corners and 1 out. Tie ball game, 1 run apiece, and Pagan comes to bat. Pagan grounded to short his first time up. Mets will play at double play depth. Fisher from the stretch now. The pitch to Pagan. 1-8 right-handed. It's a grounder to shortstop. McMillan to Hunt to Cranepool. And they get the ground ball they need. And that will retire the side. A 6-4-3 double play. The Pirates, however, tie it on Manny Mota's home run. They had 3 hits, left 1 on. We've played 3. It's a 1-1 tie. And Franklin again torturing us with his Florida weather report. That's okay, Franklin. Like I say, I got an extra room. I'll check on airfare. Veal ready to go to work in the 4th. Veal's only allowed 1 hit. By contrast, Fisher has allowed 7. And yet it's a 1-1 ball game. Jim Hickman to lead it off for the Mets. Grounded to short his first time up. Veal gets the sign from Pagliarone now. Here's the pitch to Hickman. It's a 5-8 right-handed fly ball into center field. Alou backing up a bit and makes the catch for the out. Here's Swoboda now, Ron Swoboda, a name I've always loved saying. He struck out his first time up. Veal into the windup now. Here's the pitch. 1-6 against the lefty. 2-6 against the lefty. Grounder down to short. It's Pagan. Throws him out, 2 away. Double checking that. 2-6 grounder to short. Apologize for my vision issues once again. But overall, I do okay, I guess. Here's Cranepool with 2 down. Left on left. Veal the windup. That's a 3-7 to the left-hander. A tapper down to first base. Clendenin has it. He'll take it himself, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Veal. Pitchers duel so far in Pittsburgh. Fisher getting loose for the 4th. Bottom of the order due up for the Bucks. Don Clendenin to lead it off. Clendenin grounded to short his first time up. Fisher into the windup now. The pitch to Don. That's a 4-8 right-handed. Tapper down to short. McMillan has it. Throws him out, 1 away. So Clendenin's grounded to short both times, and here's Bob Bailey now. Bailey singled his first time up. Fisher gets his sign. Here's the windup, here's the pitch. A 5-8 to the righty. A tapper down to third base. Boyer has it. Throws him out, and quickly 2 away here in the 4th. Bob Veal will be the hitter. Once again, switch hitter. Batting left. The pitch from Fisher. It's a 2-7. Struck him out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Jack Fisher. We've played 4 innings here. It's a 1-1 ball game. So far, a very typical 1960s pitching duel. And you guys know I love those. Bottom of the order for the Mets as we go to the 5th inning. It'll be Grote, Murphy, and Fisher. Grote walked his first time up. Veal gets the sign now. Here's the windup. The pitch, a 3-5 left-handed, and he walks him. Ball 4. Grote walks for the 2nd time today. Not a threat to steal, and here's Billy Murphy now. Murphy reached on an error his first time up. Veal now working from the stretch. Pitch to Billy Murphy, a 4-6 right-handed. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And Veal picks up his 2nd strikeout of the day. That's the first out of the inning, and here's Fisher. Fisher and A. Bunter with 1 out. In or back, 1-3, it's in. Infield is back. He's going to lay it down. He's an A. The roll is a 6. It's a successful sacrifice bunt by Fisher. Grote will take 2nd. Yeah, it sounds like we've got a cat on the field. You probably would not believe that I've already fed this cat twice today. Apparently, he doesn't remember it either. 2 down, a runner in scoring position. It's up to Ron Hunt. 1 for 2 so far. Veal staring in to get the sign. The pitch to Hunt. 2-4, left-handed. Grounder down to third base. Bailey. That will do it. No runs, no hits, 1 left. And you'll have to excuse me for a minute while I give this cat something to tide him over, or he's not going to stop. Okay, I gave him treats and put him in the bedroom where he can contemplate the error of his ways. Oh, my goodness. Fisher getting ready to go to work now in the bottom of the 5th. The Bucks will send up the top of the order. Matty Alou, 1 for 2 so far. Fisher into the windup. Pitch to Matty. 4-6 left-handed. Fly ball into center. Murphy's right there. 1 down. Alou having a real rough start of it for a batting title card. Wow. Here's Manny Mota now. Mota 2 for 2. His home run, of course, the only Pirate run so far. Wait a second, that does not go there. I beg your pardon. No, that's not right either. Come on, Steve. Fly to center. Okay, wind up and the pitch to Moda. 4-5, right-handed, fly ball into right. Jim Hickman's right there. And there's 2 away. And here's Roberto now, 0 for 2 today. Fisher, the sign from Grody. The pitch to Roberto Clemente. 1-7, struck him out. So 1-2-3 inning for Fisher, who's now retired 7 in a row. So Fisher's settling down. He looked a little shaky there the first couple of innings. We played 5 in a 1-1 ball game. Game going very briskly, as they tend to do when no one is scoring. The Mets will send up McMillan, Boyer, and Hickman in the 6th. McMillan stepping in now from the right side. Veal gets his sign. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 3-6, left-handed, pops him up left side. Pagan under it. 1 away. That'll bring up Ken Boyer. Boyer 0 for 2 today. I'm laughing at Franklin's cat picture there. Veal the windup, the pitch to Boyer. 2-5, left-handed. Boyer with a base hit right up the middle. So Ken Boyer with a 1-out single takes first. No threat to run, and here's Jim Hickman. Hickman, of course, I remember primarily as a Chicago Cub. Jim's 0 for 2 today. Veal working from the stretch now. Pitch to Hickman, 4-5 right-handed, swung on and missed strike 3, a nasty pitch by Veal. That's the 2nd out of the inning. Only the 3rd K for Veal, and that'll bring up Swoboda. Ron Swoboda 0 for 2. Runner taking his lead from first. Veal from the stretch. Pitch to Swoboda, 4-7 right-handed, and he walks him, ball 4. So a 2-out walk to Ron Swoboda. Boyer will move down to second. And Ed Kranepool will get a shot. Kranepool doubled and came around to score in the 2nd. 1 for 2 today. Veal trying to get out of a little jam now. From the stretch, pitch to Ed Kranepool. 1-7, fly to center. Alou barely has to move and puts it away to retire the side. No runs, a hit, 2 left on. To the bottom of the 6th we go. Still a 1-1 ball game. Fisher in S7, as is Veal. Talking endurance, of course. Jim Pagliarone, the catcher, will lead it off for the Pirates, and he's 2 for 2 today. Right, Franklin, it seems to be that way. Pitching early and then late inning drama. Hey, I'll take it all day long. It keeps it interesting. Pagliarone standing in from the right side now. Fisher with the windup. Pitch to Jim, a 2-10 right-handed. That's a base hit up the middle. So a leadoff single, and Pagliarone's 3 for 3. Too bad he can't run it all for the Pittsburgh sake. And here's Mazeroski now, 1 for 2. Fisher gets his side from Grody from the stretch now. Pitch to Maz. That's a 4-10 right-handed, fly to center field X. That's going to be Murphy, a 2E20. Drifting to the gap. Here's the roll on the play on a 5. He makes a running, diving catch, and he comes up with the ball. Holy cow, it's a web jam by Billy Murphy. How about that? Fantastic play by Murphy. The runner will hold, and here's Jose Pagan. Pagan's grounded to his opposite number both times up today. Fisher from the stretch now. The pitch to Jose. 1-6 right-handed. It's a tapper down to short. McMillan to Hunt to Cranepool. And the side is retired. 6-4-3. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left on. After 6 complete, a 1-1 pitcher's duel. How about that so far? Veal surrendered only 2 hits. Fisher, well, he scattered them. Bottom of the order for the Mets. Grody will lead it off. He's walked twice. Veal, the left-hander, into the windup. Now the pitch to Grody. 2-7, left-handed, tapper down to short. Pagan over to Clendenin, 1 down. And here's Billy Murphy, he of the sensational diving catch in the bottom of the 6th. Billy's 0 for 2 today as Veal goes into the windup. The pitch to Murphy, a 3-10 left-handed. He draws the walk. So a 1-out walk to Billy Murphy. Interesting steal numbers for him there. He won't be trying it. He takes his lead. And this is a tough decision now. 1 down, 7th inning. They've gotten 6 out of Fisher. Fisher surrendered 8 hits. Boy, this is a tough one. The starting pitcher lover in me would like to let Fisher go. But the Mets struggling so bad, they come into the game with a 2-9 record, and part of their problem has been scoring. They're going to send up a pinch hitter for Fisher. I know that goes against my my norm. But Fisher came into the game 0-3 with a 9 ERA. I'm thinking if I'm the Mets at this point, I'm lucky to get 6 good innings out of him. Let's try to score some runs. So 6 innings, 8 hits, just the 1 run, the homer to Moda. To his credit, he did not walk a batter. Struck out 3. And Eddie Brissou will be the batter. Larry Bernard throwing in the Met bullpen. So here's Brissou now. Runner on first, 1 down. Veal working from a stretch. The pitch, a 3-7. That's a tapper down to short. That's Pagan to Mazeroski. Fine turn to Clendenin. And that will retire the side. So Brissou comes on to pinch hit, promptly grounds into a double play. And that will do it for the Mets in the 7th. Here's Larry Bernard, the right-hander. Let's see what he's done in the replay so far. He's been in 6 ball games, 1-0, but with an 8.64 ERA across 8 1/3 innings of work. He'll be facing the bottom of the order for the Pirates. Don Clendenin will lead things off. He's 0 for 2 today, bounced to short twice. Bernarth getting the sign from Grody now. The windup on the pitch, a 1-5. He struck him out. So Clendenin down on strikes. Here's Bob Bailey now. Bob 1 for 2. Bernarth into the windup. 6-11 right-handed. Fly ball into left field. Playable for Swoboda. Drifts to his right and puts it away 2 down quickly. And Veal, by contrast, is going to bat. Largely because he's been the ace of this staff. Like I said previously, in 4 starts, he already has 2 complete games. He's 3-1. So Veal, a switch hitter, batting lefty. On a 1-6, he strikes out. So 2 Ks for Bernarth, a 1-2-3 inning. We've played 7 in a 1-1 tie. Veal entering his 2nd inning of potential fatigue, and the Mets will send up the top of the order. Mr. Hit by Pitch himself, Ron Hunt, to lead things off. Hunt's 0 for 3 today as Veal goes into the windup. The pitch to Hunt, a 4-4 right-handed. Catcher's card X, that's Pagliarone. He's a 3-2. And here's the roll on the play. On an 8, ground ball C, so a little nubber out in front of the plate. Pagliarone on it like a cat and throws him out. 1 away, and Roy McMillan will be the hitter. McMillan's had a nice day in the field, 0 for 3 at the plate. Veal goes into his windup now. Pitch to McMillan, a 5-7 right-handed. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And down goes McMillan. 2 away, and it'll be up to Ken Boyer. Boyer 1 for 3 today. Veal gets the sign from Pagliarone now. Here's the pitch. That's a 6-8 right-handed. Fly to right field, playable for Clemente. And it's a nifty 1-2-3 inning for Veal. So you can see why the Pirates stuck with Veal. He's been sensational so far this year. The Pirates will send the top of the order up in the bottom of the 8th against Bernarth. Before that, I'll take a short pause for the 7th inning stretch. And I want to take this opportunity to thank you guys for hanging out with me this afternoon. Enjoy the company. Hopefully you're enjoying the ball game. I'll be right back. Or as they used to say, we'll be right back after these words from our sponsors. Okay, we are back. Bernarth will come out for his second inning of work. Here's Matty Alou to lead things off. 1 for 3 today. Franklin votes for the cat. Oh my goodness. Bernarth gets the sign from Grody. The pitch to Matty Alou. 5-4 left-handed fly to center field X. That's Murphy with the 2E20 out there. Ranging to the gap. Here's the roll on the play. On a 15, he makes the catch for the out. 8X, Alou retired. Alou came in batting .250 and 1 for 4 today. He's still batting .250. And here's Manny Mota now, 2 for 3. The offensive star of the game so far. Bernarth into the windup. The pitch to Manny. 5-5 right-handed. Swung on and missed strike 3. That's 3 Ks for Bernarth. And that'll bring up Roberto. 0 for 3 today. Bernarth the sign from Grody. Here's the pitch to Roberto. It's a 4-7 right-handed single to 3 on a 12. That's going to be handled by Cranepool to his right. Flips to Bernarth covering. And it's 6 up, 6 down for Larry Bernarth. We've played 8 innings, and it's a 1-1 ball game. Extra innings, anyone? Veal getting ready to go in the 9th. Hickman, Swoboda, and Cranepool due. Hickman 0 for 3. Veal, the sign from Pagliarone now, the windup. Pitch to Hickman on a 2-7 left-handed base hit into right field. Hickman goes the other way with a line single into right, and he's aboard to start the 9th inning. Veal a -1 hold. Hickman not a threat to steal as Swoboda steps in. Ron Swoboda 0 for 2 with a walk. Veal working from the stretch now. Here's the pitch to Swoboda. That's going to be a 2-7 left-hander, and he walks him. First 2 runners reach for the Mets here in the 9th inning, and now there's activity in the Pittsburgh pen. They did not use any relievers in this game in real life. So let's go to their stats and I'll see who's been underused. Pete Mickelson, the righty. Woody Fryman, the lefty, getting loose. 1 more hit or walk will fatigue Veal. The Mets are in business here to start off the 9th. Runners at first and second, nobody out, and here comes Cranepool. Cranepool 1 for 3 today. Left on left now as Veal gets his sign from the stretch. That's going to be a 5-6 left-hander. That's a base hit into center field. It's an open single. Hickman can try to score on that. Alou a +2. Hickman a 12. 14 with nobody out. He's going to hold up. Probably should have gone for it. But with bases loaded and nobody out, that fatigues Veal. Here comes Harry Walker, and that'll be it. And the Mets are definitely in business here. If I'm the Mets, I'd rather have the bases loaded and nobody out and see who they're going to bring in. So Veal's day is done. Fine game by Veal. He just ran out of gas. For Veal, 8+. He'd only given up 2 hits going into the inning, 4 total on the game. He walked a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 walks. And he struck out 3-4. Grody, Murphy, Fisher, and Hunt. It's going to be Mickelson. Mickelson 3.07 in real life, over 126 innings of work. Let's see what he's done in the replay. Mickelson's only been in 3 ball games. In 5 innings, has not allowed a run. He has 1 save. So Mickelson comes on. Jerry Grody to bat. Murphy on deck. Bases loaded, nobody out now. Top of the 9th inning in a 1-1 ball game. Mickelson on in relief of Veal. Gets the sign from Pagliarone. Full windup now, 6 to Grody. 6-11 right-handed. That's a base hit into left field. At least one is going to score. Hickman's in to score. Swoboda can try to score. Left field is Moda, a +2. Swoboda 12-14. Here he comes. Here's the throw. He's in there. It's a 2 RBI single for Jerry Grody. Hickman and Swoboda score. Cranepool takes third on the throw. 3-1 Mets. And boy, do they need it. Still nobody out, and here's Billy Murphy. First and third, Pirates will have to pull the infield in. They can't give up any more. Mickelson from the stretch now. Pitch to Murphy, a 5-8. Fly ball to right, but that's going to be deep enough for Cranepool to tag up, and a third run will come in. So sac fly to right. Cranepool tags and scores. Murphy picks up a ribby. And that's the first out of the inning. And they're going to send up a batter now for Bernarth. Bernarth was awesome in relief. But they kind of feel like 2 innings. They're happy to get that. No hits, no runs, no walks. He fanned 3. Looking at who's going to come in now for Pittsburgh. To face Pittsburgh for the Mets. Dennis Rybant will be coming in. And we will have a batter for Bernarth. And that'll be Chuck Hiller. He played in this game in real life. Left-handed hitter, perfect situation for Hiller. Hiller comes into the game, just appeared in 4 ball games only. 0 for 3 with a walk, all as a pinch hitter. Runner on first, 1 away now. Mickelson from the stretch. Pitch to Hiller, a 4-5. Fly to center field, a lose there. And makes the catch for the second out. And that'll bring up Ron Hunt. 0 for 4 today. Mickelson gets his sign. From the stretch, the pitch to Hunt. 5-11 right-hander, fly to left field X. That'll be Moda, a 2-E-2. Moda racing towards the line. The roll in the play is a 4. He dives and comes up with it. Oh my goodness. It's a web gem by Manny Moda, and that will retire the side. 7X exclamation point ends the inning, but the Mets score 3 big runs in the top of the ninth on 3 hits. They leave a man. We go to the bottom of the ninth, the Mets leading 4-1. Looking at the Met defense now, it looks pretty good. And on comes Rybant. Rybant, starter reliever. In the replay so far, he's been in 4 ball games, all in relief. He has 1 save and a 1.35 ERA over 6 2/3 innings of work. In other words, he's been the best pitcher on the staff so far. The Mets, desperate for a win, come into the game 2-9. Pirates 11-4. Pittsburgh will send up Pagliarone, Mazeroski, and Pagan against Dennis Rybant. Rybant the sign from Grody now. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch to Pagliarone. That's going to be a 3-5. Swung on and missed strike 3. Pagliarone came up to the at-bat 3 for 3 and goes down swinging, 1 down. And here's Mazeroski now. You could say that again, Franklin. Nelson, Kiner, and Murphy. Absolutely, Kenyon. It took me a minute to get that, but I've got it now. It's the Pittsburgh broadcast team, right? Mazeroski 1 for 3. Rybant, the windup. The pitch to Maz, a 6'8" right-handed, pops him up left side. Boyer calling. And the Bucks are down to their last out. And they got to have somebody better than Pagan, don't they? Sure, let's give Stargell an at-bat this game. Willie Stargell grabs the bat. Stargell, the team leader and among the league leaders in home runs and RBIs with 2 down. Rybant gets his sign. Here's the pitch to Stargell. A 3-8, he walks him. Stargell with the 2-out walk. There's still hope in Pittsburgh. Some of the less stout fans filing out to beat the traffic. And hello, Ron McGrath, and welcome. Don Clendenin will be the hitter. He's 0 for 3 today. Rybant working from the stretch now. The pitch to Clendenin. 3-11 right-handed, tapper down to third. Boyer has it, and that's going to do it. As he throws Clendenin out, that's the ball game. The Mets pick up a much-needed win with a 4-1 victory here today. All 4 runs charged to Veal, 3 of them earned. Look at that, I forgot to write Mickelson in. Mickelson, 1 inning, 1 hit. And that's the line on Mickelson. Thank you, Kenyon. Oh, the Mets broadcasters. Gotcha. So I was way off, in other words. Your totals on the game for the Mets. 4 runs on only 5 hits, no errors. Pirates, 1 run on 8 hits, 1 error. So even though out hit, they got timely hits. The Pirates were leaving men on base all day. The result, a 4-1 at New York victory. The Mets improved to 3-9. Pittsburgh drops to 11-5, and I think that drops them a half game out of first. Let's take a look. Yes, exactly, it does. They now trail the Dodgers by a half game. Chief Spokane, Gary, player of the game. That's a tough one. That is a tough one indeed. I'm going to give it to Jerry Grody for his game-winning hit. Jerry Grody, your Chief Spokane Gary player of the game. Tomorrow, boy, we got a treat tomorrow. Let me tell you. Holy crap. It's St. Louis at San Francisco, and the starting pitchers are, ready for it? Bob Gibson and Gaylord Perry. That'll be 1 p.m. Pacific. Please join me for that. That promises to be a good one. In the meantime, thanks again for tuning in. Spokane Steve wishing you all a very pleasant good evening. Take care, guys.